Hey, good morning everybody on YouTube. This is my JVM here. I'm here with my good friend Donnie and co-worker, and we just decided that we're going to have a little discussion and we're going to make you guys a part of it so you can check it out. This is what we do on a daily basis. So, the thought of people being individuals.
Too many sheep.
Too
many sheep. Sheep and low.
So when you throw it out there, you know, you throw the idea out. Hey, we might not really be on a ball. We might not really be spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
Nope.
And that knee-jerk reaction. What's behind that?
Blinded by studies that are not conclusive to what is actually going on in your world around you.
Denying what you see.
Yeah,
denying your senses.
To deny what you see in your senses based off of what has been pushed in our brains since, well, we'll speak relatively. I'm 31, so we'll just say in the past 80 years, 100 years. Just do a 100-year ballpark.
Industrial revolution.
Yeah. Yes, things have changed because of new findings. History's changing. Well, if history's changing, and everyone's open to that, well, maybe this and this wasn't because of this new finds. But what about the finds that have been found that are kept from us?
Exactly.
And now, because of how large we are in today's society and media that we're using, they can't hide it from us now.
No.
So, it's kind of an opposing factor. We're open to the thought of, maybe Christopher Columbus wasn't the first to the New America. Blah, 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 blase squaze. But science and history has proven there was an ice bridge that made it a landmass at the time to travel from continent to continent, not just from what is Europe to this America, but also Asia, the Antarctic. There was mass that we could travel. It didn't necessarily have to be by boat.
Hey, you know, maybe that land bridge was part of the deal with the Babel Tower.
Could be.
Remember, with the Babel Tower, they wanted to get up to get to God because they didn't feel like God was listening to their prayers or answering them or whatever. So they figured, okay, well, if you're not going to answer us, then we're going to come to you and we're going to make you tell us or whatever, you know?
Good luck.
So they built the tower, and God was like, yeah, I don't think so. Boom. And he knocked the tower down, okay? And then he separated all of mankind by language.
Yep.
So maybe there was a separation at the same time of the land masses, which would be the tiny bit of truth in the heaping bit of the science lie of evolution.
Right. Now, see, science, as even the Church of Science has been battling, has been controlled by religions.
Absolutely.
And governments are controlled by religions.
There's a reason the Pope is called the King of the World.
Correct. So, that being said, what else are they hiding from us? And why hide it? For safety of the people? Yeah. Give me another lie.
Security.
There's the problem. There's no individualization.
Well, if you have too much security,
we're encapsulated by lies from the beginning.
Yes.
And we are conditioned and reconditioned continuously. But back to the thought of, we're open to the thought of, maybe Columbus wasn't the new discoverer here. Well, no crap. We have proof of Indians that were here.
Yep.
I mean, you want to see, we see pictures of Native Americans here in the local U.S., here in Florida.
Yep.
You can go right to Guatemala and find people that look identical.
Exactly.
The structure is identical. Why? That is old bloodline. Like, it's there. It's there. The disappearance of the Mayans, everything else. Yeah, some stuff happens you can't explain. But what would make that happen? Having to move, to adapt to your environment. Our government controls our adaptations.
Yes. And you hit an interesting touch there. Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Bloodlines are a definite reason, factor, cause for the deception.
Yeah.
Because if you hide flat Earth, then you hide God, and if you hide God, then you hide God's bloodline or Nephilim bloodline.
But oddly enough, they hide all this stuff, and they hide God, but yet they hide behind the basis of God and a structure. They use it as a structure. At that point, it has become false structure.
Yes. We talk about false science, too.
Yeah, there is false science, but that's because science has been controlled by another external entity that is in control to everybody else. And to think, it's people. It's people, just like you, just like me, just like y'all, that are in control.
So people don't realize how in control we are.
Yeah.
If we all of a sudden all woke up one day and tomorrow and realized, holy shit, the earth is flat and created, which makes God real, I think it would take about an hour and there wouldn't be any governments on the planet. And I use the word planet loosely, but you get what I'm saying.
There wouldn't be any governments because we as the people would not have any reason to worry.
Right.
But at the same time, look at the mass of people that will still isolate themselves as a group. And that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. A lot of people.
Did you know right now the media is hiding? Right now, the media is hiding the fact that every country around the world is revolting against the government. There are mass protests and like attacks on the government buildings. It's like
because the government
insane.
controls the media.
Right. So
they suck the balls of society.
Yes.
And media follows it.
Yes.
As a whole. I mean, CNN, ABC, CBS, Fox, they all are spewing the same crap. Why? Because they don't want your attention to go to what's actually going on.
Nope.
And in order to find that, there's things like LiveLeak, where people like us are there in the now, recording it, and instantly share it. Yep. Why? Because it's happening. And there's so many more of us that need to open up. All the open-mindeds need to get together and be open. And show all the blind faithers exactly what's going on.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. That's what I do on YouTube and on Facebook. I mean, I blow that shit up all the time. All my propaganda.
Of course. And, I mean, really the basis of any of it is to just be open to the idea that maybe everything that you've been taught, maybe not learned for yourself, but been taught and forced and are, subliminized to daily, that there is other options, possibly, just as thoughts. And if there's thoughts and there's relative proof, what's the opposing factor besides none other than your own brain?
Right.
Once you exclude yourself from the mass hysteria and chaos, you create your own chaos that should get answers.
People like to say, why does it matter? Why do you give a shit about what the shape is? But I think the best answer for that is, if they hide the true nature of the shape of Earth to hide God from you and to hide the fact of creation, and they hide everything else under lies, if the shape wasn't a big deal, then I don't think they would lie about it.
Right.
It wouldn't be a question.
But see,
if it didn't matter.
Why it used to matter is the thought of we're going to fall off.
Yeah.
But if it's flat and we know that there's depth, that makes it conical, cylindrical, rather,
maybe,
of sorts. I mean, if say we are round, not spherical, but round,
like a coin,
or like I like to say, the dome life.
Yes.
You have a snow dome. Just put a couple coasters under it. Now you have depth.
Yes.
Well, if you're on the top and you travel off the side, well, if there's something that's holding us to you, the flat, why could you not travel across this and down, back across and come around? I mean,
well, the
dome. But
the dome
you have the dome, won't let you. So then you never have no fear of falling off.
Nope.
You just go here and you think you're going straight and you just start to come back around.
Yeah, you follow the wall.
Oh well. What's the problem?
Yeah.
I mean, now if there's a way around the wall, they're keeping that from us because apparently they know.
Well, Admiral Byrd, he described it. When he got to the wall, went up over it, and then another 300 miles in, or out, south, Okay, and he came face to face, like hitting the windshield.
That would be weird.
You know.
I'd like to experience it.
Well, they won't let us.
I don't know why.
Well, because it'll show us the true nature of our life, and that we don't need government, because we don't need to be governed, because we are our own authority.
Exactly. We are here on our own will, basically, once we're born.
Taxation is theft, but it's more like armed robbery.
Yeah. You get to tax me to run yourself or myself.
They say in the United States there's no double taxation. But I tell you what, if I make the money, let's say I make $500. That $500 I just earned, okay, at my job. So I get paid minus the taxes. Then I turn around and I go to spend the money, the same money,
again.
And I'm paying taxes again on the same money to the same people.
Yeah, everybody's got their
So that's
share.
double taxation.
Yeah.
And that's what we had a fucking war about.
Yeah.
So that time's not too far off. I'll tell you what.
Oh, really? It's ongoing. It's just who's telling the biggest lie that's believable first.
Oh my gosh. Some of the shit coming out of their mouths these days. I mean, if you look at some of this advertising, there's this new prescription drug for seniors, right? And it's a vaccine kind of thing. I guess prescription drug's wrong. It's like a vaccine, okay? And at the very end of the commercial, it's the set the hook. Because it's an older dude sitting on the table, and the chick is like, the nurse is like this, and he's got his sleeve up, and she just pulls away like she just finished. And he's looking at the camera, and he's like, get this one done. Like a full-on suggestion order.
Yeah. And like, talk about war on drugs. Come on.
The war on drugs. It's perfectly acceptable to have prescriptions for everything that you're taking now,
yep.
But, hey, that's cool. That's not a drug.
Oh, no, it's still a drug. If it's not prescribed to you, it is illegal. Well, just like we can't collect rainwater, you can't smoke marijuana because it can heal you. It can take away anxieties and stresses that ultimately make you sick. You make yourself sick. Yeah. It's a medicine. It's an herb. It grows.
It was created by God.
Yeah, it was
for us.
It was put here. There's plants and fruits in other countries that cure AIDS and cancers and this, that, and everything else. But no. Just here in America, no, can't have that. Nope, you can't have it at all because you're gonna screw the pooch and not fucking feed the hand that's supposed to feed you.
Which is Big Pharma.
Yep.
Because if you get cured, then you're not a customer anymore.
And there we are again, back to government.
Back to money.
Back to money.
Money and government.
Yep.
The government's trying to actually take all the money.
And then they still hide behind their "in God we trust" and this, that, and the other. And
and look at the Pope.
The power and...
Look at this Pope, dude. He is sitting in a fucking treasure castle, okay? Talking about, let's end world hunger and poverty. Motherfucker, you're sitting in a room full of gold. Right. Sitting there fucking caressing your shit. But you want to talk about, let's fucking work on world... Man, let's start with you. Just like when people say, when the government says, we're going to go right to the heart of ISIS and go for the top leaders. And I'm all like, you going to start in the White House, bitches?
Right? And there you go. Everyone's, the president this, the president that. He's a puppet.
He's a total puppet.
He's a total puppet, and he has small power to do some of his own things. Yet, we don't know about these... Well, I mean, we know about them, but we don't know who they are, their names. These guys are always in the backgrounds. Those are the real fucking pushers.
The freaking handlers, man.
They're sitting around in a room playing with their balls at a big, large table and who knows what with our money.
Yeah.
Our money as a society, which is even their own money that they're using, like it's double standard, and they get to dictate what goes on. People, it's a dictatorship. The only thing you can control is your own mind, your own life.
We are under the illusion of freedom.
And even then, you have to succumb to diversities of how things have to be able to live, which is bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Total bullshit.
This whole perceived,
entitlement,
transaction,
and entitlements because of money, and that's only because we that don't have the money have to succumb to our own personalities to be something for somebody else.
Have you ever noticed how people will totally kiss ass and pander to those who have money?
Yep.
It's fucking stupid, as if money somehow makes you a better person. But we will all agree that, hey, don't fucking judge me on my fucking wallet, because my wallet doesn't make me who I am.
No, it doesn't make the man
So it's
I
a
am.
total contradiction. We understand that for ourselves, but then we'll turn around and kowtow right down to the fucking, oh, you got a lot of money, let me be extra nice to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
All right, that's it for today, folks. We're going to talk to you later. Have a great day.
Yep.